please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic to which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Welcome to the Floodbrook 2021 class graduation. My name is Jackie Wilson, and I've been the principal here since February. And I have to tell you, that I'm honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm honestly happy I came out of retirement to do this work. I was a principal for many years before I was a superintendent, but I had never been a COVID principal, so I thought I wanted to try that. I can say that I can say with confidence that your school is, and the staff are really special. I've been in a lot of schools, I've worked with a lot of staff, and I'm kind of blown away with their attitude and their commitment to your kids and how positive they've been and how much they've supported your kids over the past few months. So give them a round of applause. They've been amazing. I also want to give a special thanks. I do not want to forget Ann Alford, sitting right up here. She is like the organizer of everything. And Dana McNair, they really did so much to make this graduation happen. So let's thank them for that. So your students and the staff, they have captured my heart, and they've been amazing to work with. I want to thank all of you, families. I know it's been challenging for you. It seems so weird to be a principal of a school and I don't have a chance to interact with you personally. So I thank you for supporting us. I know it's been hard for you too. So graduates, as I thought about what am I going to say to these kids that I don't really know because I haven't had a chance to get to know you, and it became really clear to me that I am not the right person to wish them congratulations and goodbye. So I called my friend and colleague, Neil McIntyre, and I said, Neil, would you please come and say some words to the kids, because you started when they started kindergarten. So.
I've done this a bunch of times, and I've never been nervous, but I am now. So thank you very much. It's an honor to be here, to be able to speak with the Floodbrook School class of 2021, the 54th graduating class of the Floodbrook School. This class holds a special place in my heart, as we all came to FBS together 9 years ago, and by circumstance, we leave together 9 years later. I've had the opportunity to watch this group of young people grow, and I feel they typify the quality of Floodbrook graduates that we all work so hard to achieve. Let's give them a round of applause, please. No, I'm going to skip that. 9 years is a long time, is what I wrote. I'm going to read it. And it's the amount of time that it takes to get from kindergarten through 8th grade, as we all know. It's also the amount of time it takes to get from Earth to Uranus. I'm glad that they were here and not trying to get to a planet far, far away. That's why I was going to skip that part. In numerology, humans are thought to progress through 9-year cycles during their lives. Each year signifies a new phase. And I think these phases aptly describe the progression as young people that we've seen in these students since kindergarten. Beginning is the first phase, one where you all come in as kindergartners, still largely undeveloped and bursting with potential. Then there's connecting, creating, building, changing, nurturing, reevaluating, expanding, and completing. In the beginning, kindergarten and first grade, you were beginning your journey and making connections to the people in your new community. This is when your early bonds formed as a group of young people, bonds that will endure for many more years, even into your adult years. You may not be the best of friends, in the years ahead. It's true that your social circle will change in size and shape, but the bonds you first formed back in preschool and kindergarten will endure even as you inevitably grow apart. You will forever have a connection. As you grew, you made greater connections to the things you learned, academically and socially, and used those connections to create understanding, meaning that helped to develop your sense of the world and your place in it. That understanding will continue to develop and you will continue to change, but you'll always be informed by the core experiences of your early childhood years, so much of which happened here in the halls of Floodbrook School. As you grew through 4th and 5th grade, you began to shed your childlike qualities and started forming the proto-adult version of yourself that sits before us today. You are not even close to done. But now it's about refinement. You're not learning how to write, you're learning how to write better. You're not learning how to be nice, you're learning how to be empathetic. The growth is slower, it's more incremental, but it's still just as important to the person you wish to become. And in the years ahead, much of what you do, the decisions you make, the challenges you rise to, will be just as formational as the years you spent here at Floodbrook. Middle school and adolescence in general is about trying on different clothes, getting to know the person you think you are, and shaping the person you want to be. It is about examining yourself, forging your independence, and ultimately discovering key aspects of your personality that will come to define your adult lives. Bum, bum, bum. That's all that lies ahead. No pressure or anything like that. But my point is, this is a really important time. So please don't squander it. I'd be willing to bet that each and every single adult in this audience would love a few do-overs from their young lives, seeing now the opportunities that they willingly just let pass them by. For Pete's sake, please try that sport you've always wanted to try. If you want to be on stage in the theater program, then do it, because those opportunities don't last forever. Life changes and shifts. You gain the ability to do new and cool things, but that school musical won't be one of them. So do it. PlayStation will still be there when you're done. So will TikTok. And I know it makes me sound old and crabby. I feel really old and crabby saying all of that. But we really need to think about the things we spend so much of our time doing that are utterly functionless, that don't really add anything to our lives. We need to be aware of those things, of the negative impact they can have by promoting apathetic behavior, and try to actively push back against them by creating balance, by being doers, not spectators. This world has grown exponentially in the past century, and it's disorienting to think about how much it will grow and change in the century ahead. But one thing is for certain, that growth will come on the backs of the doers of the world, not the spectators. Start by doing now, by being doers of things. The someday adult version of you will be happy that you did. And don't forget, there are a whole bunch of people here at Floodbrook who did their part to help you, who really care about what comes next for you. So check back in sometimes. Let them know how things are going. Thank you, and good luck. I'd now like to welcome to the podium Mr. Reed Brown.
Good evening, fellow classmates, administrators, teachers, staff, family, and friends. We are here today for a special occasion in our lives where we phase out of middle school and into our high school careers. Throughout our time at Floodbrook, we have had many amazing experiences and many positive role models to look up to. We've had many great opportunities to do our best, and I think being here today has shown we've all done our best. I remember 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade where we all had fun with friends, not worrying too much about hard work and playing cops and robbers on the new playground. Then I look at us today in 8th grade, and I wonder how the heck we got here. We went from 4th grade rocket math and 5th grade academics to the Pythagorean theorem, which I still don't think we'll use in life, but that's besides the point. We as a class have made it to the end of the beginning, meaning we are done with middle school and off to high school. We would like to thank our parents, teachers, and coaches for pushing us to excel in academics, sports, and hobbies. We would also like to thank the specials teachers for showing us many different types of art, music, health, media, and fitness. And the kitchen staff for giving their time to make us meals every day. and Mr. McIntyre, and now Miss Wilson, for running a great school. I've learned something valuable from every teacher I've had in the past 9 years. Thank you to everyone who has made this middle school an adventure. Although it is a little sad to be moving on from Floodbrook, high school will be new and exciting in the same way this school was when we first came here. I wish good luck to my fellow peers and our parents for when we move into a bigger school. Thank you for joining us this evening, and thank you. And good night. And now, Mariah.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming to our graduation. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Mariah Heberts. I've been going to Floodbrook for 9 years. All of you know this year has been really rough, but look, we made it through. There were many tears when everyone was stressed and overwhelmed, but we pulled through. As Amy Aubyn's professor used to say, when you feel crummy, smile bigger and dress like a millionaire. Don't let the world see your weaknesses. I've had so many amazing experiences with my classmates and teachers. I remember the first day of middle school, I knew there was going to be many new faces and that if I needed help, I could ask anyone. When I got to my advisory, I knew that we were all going to get along. For the people who were in Miss Perry's advisory, you will most likely remember Onuro's and Amelia's fights that weren't fights, and taking Ryder's green Crocs in his Minecraft sweatshirt and hiding them. He didn't think it was funny, but we were all laughing at the end. We were always fashionably late to electives because we forgot what time it was. So thank you, Miss Perry, for always going with whatever happened, even though you knew it might not have ended well. I want to thank Miss Grayson for being my advisor for my last year at Floodbrook. Always being there for me when I needed you, and always dealing with me, Evan, Reed, Joe, and Griffin every day, even though we all knew you just wanted to kick us out for being too loud and laughing when we weren't supposed to. A huge thanks to Sarah Kiefer, Jill Long, and Anna Rushford for being our softball coaches. You worked us hard, even when we were tired and never wanted to. I can't believe we won 9 out of our 11 games our first season. We worked hard and really paid off. We were all rookies and now have become amazing softball players. Some of us are now moving on to BBA and continuing to play softball, so thank you. Another thank you is going to all of our teachers throughout the years of us being at Floodbrook for teaching us all that we have learned and dealing with our class. I know that our class wasn't the best, but we finally made it to 8th grade. Our kindergarten through 4th grade teachers taught us to get along with our class, and we are finally all getting along. We might not get along all the time, but all in all, we can get along with each other when we want to. I appreciate everything you have done for our class. Floodbrook is a place where lots of memories were made. One of my favorite memories was when we got to duct tape Mr. McIntyre to the wall for our all-school celebration. Everyone got to put a piece of duct tape, and when we were all done, we took the chair out from underneath him, and everyone got to watch him hanging from the wall. Another memory was our 3-day trip to Farm and Wilderness. We got to go on hikes, go swimming, canoeing, hiking, gardening, and many more fun activities. But 2 of my favorite things was when Chase Salo raced the golf cart that was going down to the garden and won. I am really going to miss our daily adventures to the stream every day. Our daily adventures included going fishing with Evan's homemade fishing pole with a pina colada Sour Patch Kid as the bait. Obviously didn't catch anything because we were using a Sour Patch Kid, but it was worth the try. We had multiple pairs of boots that were wet and cold because our stream walks turned to swimming in the freezing cold water. There was always a race to see who could get to the heater first. And still to this day, we go for stream walks and look for Evan's little fishies. The one thing that is going to hit me really hard is that we are moving on from middle school and going into high school. We have been waiting for this moment for a long time, but now I am realizing quickly that we're going to be high schoolers. It seems like 20 minutes ago we were all in kindergarten learning how to read. Also that we used to overreact a lot, like the time Daniel took Griffin's rock and he tried throwing a chair at his head. And don't forget the lunchroom table conversations. Oh, the good times. Now I need a paragraph about Bryn, Miss Kibbe. In 3rd grade, I was introduced to you through the mentor program. I'm so thankful that we got matched because you have made my life change in many ways. To this day, I remember the moment you gave me the card asking me if I wanted to go to your wedding. And I obviously said yes, because who wouldn't want to go to an amazing wedding? Thank you for helping me grow and helping me with my schoolwork when I had no clue what I was doing. You are always here for me when I need you, and I don't know what I would do without you. I will miss you so much. Now the girls, I want to thank you for being by my side whenever I need you. We have come so far and worked together to get through everything. I'm so glad we have stuck together even through our ups and downs. I have had so many memorable memories with all of you and never want to forget any of them. Oh wait, we are not at the end yet. I know I've said many thank yous already, but I'm going to say thank you to all the parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, and all family members and friends. Thank you for teaching us everything you have. I know sometimes you might think we're not listening, but we really are. Thank you for helping us when we were all stressed during this crazy pandemic. Every day may not be a good day, but there's something good in every day.
That was quite the speech, Mariah. You make my job harder than it already is. So this is very important. Okay, just leave that right there. Okay. Hello, my name is Daniel Spencer. The 8th grade graduating class has decided to dedicate this year's yearbook to someone that we thought was extremely deserving of it. Someone whose class described as being creative, thoughtful, helpful, fun, calm, compassionate, goofy, and a good principal. Someone who we will always remember for letting us duct tape him to the wall while at a school celebration or throw pies at his face at the Harvest Festival. That was especially fun. I remember that heavily. And he always greeted us with a smile, high five, or fist bump at the front door every morning. This year's recipient started his career 9 years ago, when all of us 8th graders were still in kindergarten. We thank you for your 9 years of commitment and dedication to serving the Floodbrook school community and for being a great role model to all of us. You will be greatly missed by students and faculty, and we wish the best for the next chapters of your life. The 2020/2021 class would like to dedicate the Floodbrook School yearbook to Mr. McIntyre. Mr. Mack, we wish you nothing but the best. There you go. Yeah, I actually drew the cover for the yearbook, if anybody was wondering.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, make that very clear. Also, if anybody's looking for artistic representation of anything, I work at the small price of $15 per hour. Just make that very clear. I'll give you my number later. That also goes for all the single ladies. Wow.
Oh, that's a hard act to follow. Holy moly. Boy, Daniel, I know what some of your next chapters are going to be. A wallflower you are not. Okay. So now is the time when we recognize students for awards. So when I recognize the students, if you guys would just stand up and we'll give you a round of applause, okay? So this first award is a STEM award, and this award goes to a student who shows diligence and excellence in mathematics and science. This student consistently demonstrates a willingness to work hard and share their thinking. This year's award goes to Olav Pajala. The Humanities Award. The study of humanities encompasses literature, history, art, philosophy, religion. Essentially, to be an adept humanities student is to be a scholar of the human condition. As they work to understand the world around them, young people who ask the deep, important questions find themselves questioning the world around them and growing complex understandings of what it is to make a positive contribution to humanity. This is the mission of humanities and the work of building thriving communities. The Humanities Award goes to the student who has demonstrated not only a high level of curiosity and interest, but also motivation and active involvement in their own learning and the learning of others. The Humanities Award goes to Aaliyah Lawrence. The Cultures Award. In this year's Cultures class, we had the opportunity to explore the world at a time when we were confined to our homes and our immediate surroundings. For successfully planning, organizing, and researching, as well as going out of his comfort zone and showing appreciation for others and their way of life, this year's recipient of the Cultures Award goes to Gavin Schubert. Art Awards. Excellence in drawing. This student sets a personal goal for himself, then spent countless hours working independently to improve his drawing skills. His effort, persistence, and achievement are an inspiration to us all. This award for artistic merit goes to Olav Pajala. Artistic achievement. This award goes to a student who has worked enthusiastically and creatively in art throughout her time at Floodbrook. Her work is thoughtful, original, and always beautifully crafted. This year's award for excellence in art goes to Lily LaRue. Now I have some recognition awards. The Floodbrook School Outstanding Student Award goes to a student who simply represents the best qualities of a Floodbrook graduate. This person has grown immensely over their years in middle school as a diligent student. They consistently work to their best potential and quietly demonstrate characteristics of a lifelong learner. We are pleased and proud to give the Floodbrook Outstanding Student Award to Declan Perry. The Anna Walker Award for Self-Direction is given each year to a student who, through hard work, determination, and motivation, have shown what our longtime teacher, Mrs. Anna Walker, always looked for in each of the hundreds of students that she taught, personal as well as academic growth. This student has grown by leaps and bounds. Over time, we have watched this student consistently respond to feedback. We are proud to give the Anna Walker Award to Lillian Farrar. The John Morse Leadership Award is given to a student who exemplifies the qualities needed for leadership that Floodbrook's longtime social studies teacher, John Morse, worked to instill in his students. This year's recipient has grown into a confident leader in the school community and will continue to do so after she leaves these walls. These are the qualities of a leader, and we are proud to give this year's Leadership Award to Mariah Heberts. The Citizenship Award is given to a student who quietly goes about doing the right thing, upholding and modeling Floodbrook's 3 standards of behavior: kindness, responsibility, and safety. The recipient of this award consistently takes care of whatever needs to be done, often little things that would otherwise go overlooked. They quietly lead by example and are kind to all peers. They are encouraging and supportive of their peers and helpful, courteous, and respectful to all teachers and staff at Floodbrook. It is a pleasure to present the Citizenship Award to Lily LaRue. Brooke?
Hello, I'm Brooke Paxton, school counselor, and on behalf of the Taconic and Green Teachers Association, I'm here to present the Janet E. Merrill Memorial Involvement Award. Janet Merrill's husband, Centra Merrill, established the Janet Merrill Fund and Award as a memorial to his wife, who was an ardent supporter of Floodbrook School. Janet was an involved parent, volunteer, and community member. The Janet Merrill Fund was established to help students who may not be able to afford to go on field trips. The award has been given since 1993 to a parent who's been a crucial part of the school community since his or her children began attending Floodbrook School. This year, the award goes to a parent who has been a critical part of FIBSAC, making it possible for our students to have attended some stellar field trips and have had wonderful guest speakers and residencies over the years. She has also been a board member of the Floodbrook Athletic Association and helped plan the graduation festivities for the class of 2019 and 2021. Whenever teachers reached out for assistance and support, this parent routinely responded to lend a hand. The Janet Merrill Memorial Involvement Award goes to Jen Mincer-Farrar. Here, come over here. Oh, they switched us. You're going first.
Just tell me when to begin. Griffin Thomas McIntyre. Joseph Patrick Burry. Perfect.
You can give me a bunch, it's okay. There we go.
Trinity Ann Burrows. Olav Joseph Payala. Mariah Ann Heberts. Is it okay now? Okay. Mariah Ann Heberts. Lillian Marie Kayla Farrar. Sorry. Daniel Torres Spencer. Jordan Lee Deckman. Keegan Eric Earthwood. Aaliyah Maxine Lawrence. Chase Hansen Salo. Reed Foster Brown. Camila Ann Higgins. Landon Guy Smith. Gavin Gerald Schubert. Chase Jackson Spaghetti. Lily August LaRue. Lily Ruth Long. Abigail Ann Quackenbush. and Declan William Perry.
But I think we should just have them all stand up and congratulate the Floodbrook class of 2021.
Thank you for coming to our 8th grade graduation. My name is Lily LaRue and I've been going to this school since kindergarten. Over the last 9 years, as a class, we've met tons of people and had friends come and go. Some of us have known each other since before kindergarten and some of us are new this year. I can speak for my classmates to say we've grown super close through the years. As fun as our time has been at Floodbrook, you can't have ups without having the downs. There have been lots of challenges over the years, but by far the biggest one yet is coronavirus. This was not only a challenge that the students and teachers had to face, but a problem that the whole world had to live through. 7th grade was the worst of it. I remember when we first started at home learning, we received packets upon packets of math, science, humanities, gym, and just about any other class you could think of. It was so overwhelming and confusing. Eventually we learned to deal. We figured out the whole at-home schedule and Zoom classes. By the time we fully got the hang of it, we were moving back into in-person learning, and here we are graduating in person and at school. Now I feel like we can overcome any challenge that comes our way. We learned through a pandemic. I guess that's something to cross off the bucket list. I know that me and my class are super excited to see what's coming next.